Yo, what it do? So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my crazy, all over the place transformation journey with the whole health and weight loss thing. Now, my name is Wicho. I'm 22 years old. It is what I've studied, lifestyle, all that good stuff. It's always drawn my attention, health and fitness. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean I've always looked the part. I'm personally somebody that just wants to look confident and good and, just have a nice, just look good. I'm not trying to look like Big Ramy or your top bodybuilder. So I know so many other people are going to be able to relate to kind of like what I have looked throughout the years and my whole little journey. Now, there's some stuff that you might not think I've done right and all that. And just personally, I don't care. Not that I don't care about my health and that. I don't care about what I've done and the choices I've made because they're, at the end of the day, my choices. I've also indulged in the whole little not social acceptable side of things. And that's perfectly fine with me. But I'm willing to share the information that I have and experiences that I've learned with you guys. So without further ado, let's check out these pictures and you guys are going to be, a little surprised as to what your boy has done throughout the years. All right, guys, let's get into these pictures. Now, this first one is going to be me in high school around 2015. This was when I was playing hella soccer. And you can tell my legs were, they're looking strong in this picture, man. But yeah, that's just kind of what I looked like in 2014. Your typical high school douchebag with his little tons on and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's kind of like where I started at in 2014, 15. Now this next picture, it's actually a video. Is it actually, I have gained crazy amount of weight. This is now 2016 or 17. And man, I graduated high school and I just joined the whole party scene and all that. And I was just drinking back day in and day out. I was in school and just couldn't stay focused on everything. And, just stuff that your typical college student does. And therefore caused me to gain what you would call it a freshman 15. This was more like the freshman 1500. Man, that was. But yeah, actually, the reason I recorded this was because I wanted to submit it to Christian Guzman's Alpha Elite Summer Shredding Classic thingy. I was gonna try to make that bread, but I was also trying to lose weight at the same time. So I was like, why not? But I ultimately failed this, and this is just kind of to show you guys what I look like. Now, this next picture is me with my friend Charlotte next to me. This was just the more drinking and all that bad habits kicking in. I was in school and I was working out. You can see the big arms and the body is built like buff, but it's just not cut, nothing like that. I'm unhealthy. It's not a good look. Now here you can tell like I look decent. It's just like my arms look big. It's just I'm still under this shirt. There's a lot of body fat. Let's just say I'm at 20 plus probably, or at least 15 plus. That's for sure. Now, oh man, this is my friend Dixie next to me. She wouldn't mind me sharing this picture, but my face, man, I let myself go. It is bad. Like, man must have been on a bulk or something. Like, my cheekbones just weren't there and stuff. Man, I was weighing at least 230 plus. And keep in mind, I'm 5'7", 5'8", give or take. Shouldn't be up there. Look, man, I still have this shirt because I turned it into a cutoff, like a kind of stringer to work out in. But this is a XL shirt, and if you're fat and you wear shirts that don't necessarily fit that good, you know what you do. You grab the shirt and just start pulling on it like that to make it bigger and it expands. So that's what I would have to do with all my shirts, man. And it's embarrassing, but I don't care to share these experiences with you guys because I know there's so many people out there that relate. Man, just buy the shirt that you feel good in now, and like just wear it, man. Like, you don't gotta do all that. Like, trust me, looking back at it now, nobody cares that much. Like, as in, like, man, just nobody cares about what you're wearing that much. Like, just wear the clothes. Like, you don't have to. But back to the point, man. Like, that hat was like my head was so big that big and fat that the hat, I had to, like, the little things right there, them motherfuckers that had, like, I had to open it up and, like, put it to the almost, you know what I mean? Like, it was bad, man. I had to stretch out the hat, the shirt, and man, them shoes look like they struggling. They barely holding on my dear life. That's my auntie in Mexico. This was a Mexico trip I took. This is another picture from that trip, man. You can just see mans was down bad. Like, nah, no bueno. This is not even like you can be like, man, just be comfortable in your own skin. No, this is obesity. This is not good. Another picture, man. You can see that I maybe wasn't working out as much, but you can see that I was somebody that at some point was physical and stuff. But I just was on focus on the wrong things at the moment, as far as like food and drinking. I had a crazy amount of anxiety, and I would just use food as, you know, have a short-term source of happiness, to keep it simple. Here goes another example of those shirts. Like, I remember, and if you're a close friend of mine, you'll remember I only used to wear like 5-6 shirts, and that's because I found those 5-6 shirts that I felt good in, because I thought I didn't feel good in the other shirts. And this is one of another shirts that I would just put on every time and just go, just trying to stretch it out so that, like, you know, I could have more room to move in. And then that should have been a wake up call back then, and it always was. It's just it took me some time to finally take action. But man, if you were doing that with yourself, like, think like, why are you doing that? And then what should I change? Maybe there's something, like, I'm too obese and I should just start losing weight. And that's exactly what happened. I started, I realized that mans was not looking good. So you can tell I started shredding off a lot of body fat. This is kind of the start of it. You see the tummy hanging down still, but you start seeing the definition and whatnot, because the body fat goes down. The more your body fat goes down, the more you're actually going to look ripped, and like you have bigger muscles and all that, because if the body fat's not there, it can show more. Now here's a side shot. You can tell, like, waist was going down, tummy was going down a little bit. And then I messed up and didn't take progress pics, or not enough, during this, because I was just so focused. I didn't want to get lost in trying to prove something with my weight loss and all that. I just wanted to actually lose the weight. And this is one of the pictures that I did, you know, find where I'm in my old work uniform. And man, like, you can see the pants just, I used to wear a 38 and I went down to a 32. And that's just like the pants that you could they used to be barely able to tighten over my waist, and now they could tighten over my tummy. And that was just an awesome feeling. This is next one is actually with my boys. We took a trip, and you can tell I lost a lot of weight. I almost lost way too much weight. Like, I was down to, like, I was 170, I think, which is not too low, but it's definitely, like, I went from 240 to 170 in a very, like, probably half a year. And this was all just hard, like, grinding, hours of cardio. If you had me on Snapchat back then, it was, you would see, like, every day I would go into the gym and do at least an hour of Stairmaster. No matter this, that, or what, I did an hour of Stairmaster. And man, if you know anything about the Stairmaster, it's killer. And you just burn so many calories. And back then I wasn't too much trying to build muscle and stuff, so I would put that thing into like 11, 12, and then, you know, that's a little fast, man. And I would do that for fucking 40 minutes, and the other 20 would be just, you know, maybe on like 8 or 9. But sheesh, that's why I lost so much weight, basically. So all the cardio, I was doing, and I was actually on the intermediate fasting thing, so I wasn't eating food till like midday, and I kept my the calorie intake correct. Here's a picture with actually I was meeting a fellow YouTuber. His name is Dustin Williams, and I went to a little car show meet up with him, and yeah, you can tell I'm starting to put on some, like you can see the chest right there a little bit, the arms, but now I'm starting to look not as skinny and maybe more bulky. This is a video. Like I said, I do go through a lot of personal things, and that's that. So I gained a lot of the weight back, but you can see this is the effects of losing a lot of weight. You're gonna have this little excess skin. I wish the bar didn't show up, but you see at the bottom of my tummy, all that sag coming out is because I lost all that weight so quick. So it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, if you're somebody that lost a lot of weight, you know what I'm talking about. It's just all that saggy skin. And you can, there's ways to fix it, but at the moment it's not a priority to me. But yeah, that's just kind of like the starting point. And I think I recorded this because this is actually right before I hopped on a cycle. Now you might think, what the heck are you doing hopping on a cycle? I could agree, but take my word for what it is. I knew what I was doing, and I had no problem doing it. So it's just a personal choice, and it is what it is. Now, I this is the effects of a cycle. Now, to keep it simple, I don't want to say the dosage, but I didn't do any. The only thing I did was base test, your standard beginner cycle. If you know what a standard beginner cycle is, I followed that standard beginner cycle. And I followed it for 10 weeks. And it was just based to kind of recon my body and lose the body fat again. But obviously when you're on test, your body's going to change a lot, and especially if it's your first cycle. Like I said, it's crazy things happen when you hop on cycle. I'm not encouraging it, but I'm just saying it is what it is. Man, you can see the arms just blew up, the abs popped out like crazy and all that. Now there's another picture. I was probably at the end of the cycle, honestly, but man, those traps, the shoulders, all of that. Now, please don't go out and hop on a cycle just because you saw me talking about it. Know what you're doing. Know your PCT. Know your AIs. Know all of that. Don't if you haven't even studied health and fitness for at least I would even say a couple years. Don't, or find somebody that can help you or something. But just don't go to a doctor. Definitely don't do anything without a doctor's consent. That is 100% the first thing you should do is visit your doctor. So. And with that also being said, I'm not a doctor, so don't listen to me. Go to your doctor, okay? This is a back shot. Like I said, I haven't been that well at recording progress pics, but we getting better, and we definitely will get better as I start to upload more content. But then you can see the shoulders, the cuts, and everything. And then yeah, that was kind of me, I think, coming off of the cycle, maybe like after my PCT, I would say, probably a month or two after coming off. Now, like I said, I'm honest about everything, so this next one is, once you come off cycle, you're not going to look like you're on cycle forever. So, but you will maintain, depending on what you do with your life and diet and choices. Personally, I came off of cycle and did not keep track of my diet how I should have. This was at the end of 2020, so I was just out trying to figure out my life, and I was taking a lot of beach trips, just hanging out with friends and stuff. So I mean, you'll keep gains if you eat decently, properly. But if you're not eating the way you're supposed to and following the right nutrition, supplemental support, all that good stuff, you won't hold the part for very long. And that's why sometimes the cycle path isn't the way to go, because you will lose a lot of gains if you come off and don't follow proper post-cycle vibes. Like I said, if you don't follow proper post-cycle vibes, like what I'm doing right here, this is what happens. You know, you'll keep, like, you see, I'll keep the shoulders, you'll keep the definition, like you'll see that I gained a lot of muscle that wasn't there before. Look at those quads. Like I said, I'll show later on, but my legs are like the most superior part of my body. But if you don't hold the part, man, if you just don't eat right, don't keep the nutrition right and all that, you're not just, stuff doesn't happen just easily. You have to follow the part, do the homework and all that. And that is that. And that's pretty much it. That's all, like, I have to share right now. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, share this with anybody, because I know so many other people can relate. And just know that there's so much more information that I'm going to upload on this channel. I've been through so much life and experiences so far, and there's so many more to go. So if you're messing with me, thank you. Love you.